Excellency. How are you?
Very good. Thank you. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you again.
Of course, at that particular point of time, when we just took over the government, the Prime Minister has requested the assistance of the Japanese government to give us more inputs as far as how to develop, further develop our railway system. So in the past 1 year or so, actually there are a couple of personnel and experts from the Japanese railway system coming over to Malaysia to share with us their knowledge, and also to look at our system, to look at our infrastructure and our rail system. And this is part of this comprehensive report, which covers land transport as well as aviation and maritime. But of course, the heavy emphasis is on the rail system. It's how we should utilize our railway system in order to make the modal shift from land, from from the road to the railway. And this is something definitely the Malaysian government is very, very interested in, and we are very serious about this projection and this way forward. That's why in our budget presentation last week, we have spoken about, the government has spoken about conducting a study to connect the Serenda line, to connect Serenda to Port Klang, to build another bypass line, in order for us to maximize our railway line, utilizing our railway line for cargo movement from the north to Port Klang. And this is something definitely that, of course, I think that input is also part of this report as well. So we are looking at that, and we are looking at the next 2-3 years. That direction will be our way forward. And definitely we would like to have that bypass line in order for us to fully utilize our railway system, in order for us to move more cargoes from the north and from southern Thailand to our ports in Port Klang and as well as in Penang. Well, of course, there are a lot of potentials, but as you know that right now the railway track is exclusively meant for KTMB. Okay, that's why we need to have a framework. We need to have a legal framework before we can do that. Of course, the Prime Minister has mentioned there is a specific example that has been done before this. There is a precedent when this ENO Express passed by our railway line. So that can be somehow as an example, can be a precedent that we can depend on. But of course, moving forward, we are building up and we are looking at how to have a legal framework in order for more operators to come in. So this is something like an access to our railway track. But I mean, as we speak here, we have not finalized the framework yet, but we are moving towards opening up that to other operators.
Is there a target deadline frame?
Well, of course, the previous government has tried that railway network access agreement signed between RAC and KTMB, but of course that was not very welcome by the union, the Railway Union of Malaysia. Therefore, I mean, we want to take it as a more a more moderate approach, that we need to have consultation with all the relevant stakeholders before we come to a final conclusion. So definitely there will be more consultation with the various stakeholders, including the KTMB, including their union, including the employees. So we have to assure them that they will be better off. So I think naturally, of course, the railway employees are very afraid that they will be impacted. Their rice bowl will be affected. But we want to ensure that if ever we open up our railway access, our railway network, it will definitely bring more benefits to the sector and create more opportunities, and to to increase their income in the railway sector. So this is something that we have to, of course, convince them. We have to talk to them. We have to share with them the information, which was not the case previously. So I think we learned the lesson. We cannot just bulldoze the framework without consulting and without talking to the relevant stakeholders. Okay, you will probably in the next 1 year or so